Alright folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Bjorn Evelli, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology. Hey look, 59 EV pistons. I realize this is where all of the titanium is going. It's not making the motors, because that just takes one. It makes, the two rods on either side, the non-magnetic ones. It's the fact that that costs one, and this costs three. And so it's actually 6 titanium for each one. And then when it makes it, it's been filling up these ones before it fills up the motor one. So I just now realized that's an easy solution. I've got enough. I don't make EV stuff enough. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. If you recall, last time... No, not Monster Island. Oh, actually, you know what? Monster Island's okay. There's just bats in there right now. Is there a cat in there? Why is there a cat in there? I'm not even going to look into it. I don't care. I've got various things always in the state of completion. These guys are going to be for for sifting the crushed gems. Not sifting, or processing the crushed gems. At some point, I'm hoping that it backs up and that these guys... Oh, I don't know. I like having a big stock and everything. It's I feel like it's hoarding. I do, but at the same token, is it really that bad if it's electronic hoarding? I mean, if it gets in the way of things, it is. Okay, so last time we came up with this fantastic. I am so pleased with this. It works, and I was thinking about we could. This has to be point to point the way we've got it set up. Except I realized if on the destination routers we each have a full one in there. So like if there's just one full one in say this oxygen one, then it might send it over here and it's just going to sit here because it won't necessarily empty right away. Well, we could put a bigger input hatch, but so like if this was 128 and this has got 64, that works. The problem is then it's going to just send back it over here, right? It had to be exactly even, but even it just won't work, right? So whatever the first one is in this sequence, that's the one that's always going to get it. Well, that's an easy solution. It's actually like the n+1 problem. It's anytime you've got n digits, say you've got 5 numbers you want or variables you want to sort, you have to have a 6th extra value. You have to have that +1. So basically, if these locations are the sorted values, then we just have to have one extra router. That's it. So in this case, we're sorting one value, so we have to have a second router. But if we add a third router, right, the second destination, then as long as we only have 2 of these in there, this one will block, which means it'll get sent to the second one, and then the sending end will be empty, waiting for it. And then if they both empty at the same time, that's fine, because it's going to send it out, right, as long as something's blocking. The only time it might be an issue is, I wonder if these stack. Oh, I bet you they do. Okay. That might be a problem. There might be an edge case there. Which is actually okay, because if I take this, we can put an upgrade in there. If that becomes an issue, and we'd have to watch it. I don't think it will, but it depends on how long like this is, how often it takes it out. We just have to make sure it's never a case where it's always just sitting there. And in fact, we could probably pull out like 1 millibucket if we could figure out a way to do that. And set up, but that's a lot of finicky stuff. So it might just be easier to use one of these. Which one do you suppose it is? I think it's the regulator augment. It augments the module. Yeah, because these are upgrades, so the augments go on the module, and the regulator augment will basically mean that it has exactly 1. And so if that's an issue, we can make this. It's not easy, but it's not terrible either. Okay, so as you can tell, I've moved these all over. And it was actually really easy. I thought I was going to have to do all the way across, but these 3 go in here to make vinyl acetate. And then we needed oxygen to make that, but then we also need another oxygen over here. We do have water. I think I put it in the middle. somewhere. Water is an output for one of these ones, and that's just getting voided. Because obviously, definitely we don't need water. And then, of course, this one can just go over. It hides the maintenance hatch, but, you know, it's not that big a deal. I can see whether it needs maintenance from here. One other thing that did pop up was none of these cells, I do fluid cell, none of these cells, they can all handle gases, but they can't handle cryogenics or acids until we get to enriched aqua. And that's 768. So that maybe is a bit much to be doing this with. Yeah. So anyways, stainless steel drum works. I don't like it as much because as you look up here, that has a ethylene stainless steel cell, whereas this one just has a stainless steel drum. But if we look in here, it's got the acetic acid in it. So we lose a little bit, but you know, it's a hard stop otherwise. So I brought you guys back. We're going to see if this works. And if I go here, this should just work. Please work. Please work. No, that's the wrong one. That one. No, it didn't work. Why not? Vinyl acetate. It needs a 3. Oh, that's a good reason for it not to work. Still not working. Input hatch, oxygen, acetic acid, ethylene. Oxygen, acetic acid, ethylene. Acetic acid, ethylene. All right. It has an output hatch for... the output hatch is set to polyvinyl, and I want it to be just vinyl. Okay, there we go. Another easy one. Okay, so we're making vinyl acetate, and this should stop as soon as it fills. Yes. These guys have swapped. That one comes back in a moment, please. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, see, and since while it's gone, these will be processing. It's a very edgy, it's like a extremely edged corner case where they'll both have exactly the same amount of oxygen in them, or whatever the liquid is. Anyhow, okay, so this one should then make polyvinyl acetate, and this is a shared wall, but these are completely distinct. Why did I do that? I don't know. The shared wall ones are really a lot harder to move or adjust. This one needs a no. That was for with titanium tetrachloride. This one, it needs a 1. Okay, so now you're making polyvinyl acetate and dumping it in there. You have polyvinyl acetate set. Good. You're getting polyvinyl acetate. This has got the butyraldehyde. I remember the names mostly. Excuse me. I remember the names mostly, but oh, needs maintenance. How do you need maintenance already? Huh. Okay. I thought I got them all. All right, and that one just works right out the gate. Okay, so what I've done though is the only thing we do with this, literally, and I know we went over this before, I just like the double and triple, quadruple check. We can make blocks, which we can cut into plates. That's it. Or we can make the dust, but the dust just melts back into an ingot, or we can cast it into an ingot or a plate, or the small dust or whatever. But, you know, the small dust, I'm not going to say never is used for anything, but practically it's never used for anything. And if we need the small dust, we can grind up the sheets as well as anything else. So is this the ideal way to do this? Because I'm mixing regular size blocks with the full blocks. I just don't know. I don't, but I think in this case it's fine. Because I wanna. That's what it comes down to. I just wanna. Okay. So if I give you power, it's gonna start dumping those. Okay, we're gonna pull this away so that I can set you to just go down. We're gonna lock this, and then I guess we're gonna go ahead and put the robot arm here. We get the screwdriver. Awesome. Okay. So with this, I now have an advanced forming press. I'm you know, crazy. I know I made it off camera. I thought about stealing the one we got, but I actually use that to make more extruder molds. So this is not crazy fast. It's 4 seconds. But again, we don't have a lot of options. In fact, we have no options. This is it. We can make this faster. Either, no, this is it. It's the large chemical reactor. It's not even the chemical plant. So we can make it, we can put an IV power. But that's it. 5 seconds. Done. That's this one here. Yeah. Oh, these have perfect. So it's actually, yeah, 5 seconds. We can go to 1.25 at IV power. It's fine. Once this backs up, I mean, because we'll have 8 million of them in 40 million seconds. Which is, what, 650,000 seconds? Which is 10 million hours? No, 10,000 hours. We could be expert if you've ever read Malcolm Gladwell. He says 10,000 hours is what makes somebody an expert. Oh, almost forgot. We need to snag that. Okay, and we're gonna make this glass now. It's a 2-to-1 ratio of the ingots to the glass, which fine, whatever. Let's go over here. This is the one, and we just need to find some place to plop this down. Right here is fine. You'll notice I haven't gotten all of these done, but for example, I did swap over oxygen. These are the ones that are still doing their thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. Right, so we need 2 more ender drawers. This one's going to get this one. And then the other one, I think it's up here on the right or behind us and to the left. It is behind us and to the left. So that one. Tempered glass is easy as long as we have enough oxygen. And this would be in a situation where it's actually, sorry, I know that I was just over here, but I don't know how I'm going to solve this because we're making annealed copper, wrought iron, this one and this one, and I want them all to be easily accessible, right? So getting them into the arc furnace with the liquid, it's not going to work in this setup, but it means that I need to have 2 sides available. I guess I could just run the pipe across like the front, this across the back, but then this across like one. We need 2 continuous supplies, so we'd have power across the front, liquid across the bottom, and then it would connect to a router over here, and then I guess we could do input on the back and output on the top. Yeah, that would work. Okay, it doesn't matter. It just trying to figure that out, and that would be one that I could definitely solve easily. Okay, over here. I grabbed this, right? No, over here. I never put anything on it. This is the first line we put down, so it never seems quite right. Okay, and then I could input it, but it'll fill it up weird, so instead, of course, we're going to use the robot arms to keep exact. 4 is fine. Keep exact, not supply exact. So, supply exact. Keep exact means that it'll look in here and it'll transfer it into it until this inventory holds 4 of that item. Supply exact means it'll wait until this has exactly that many. So when this has at least 4, it'll transfer no more than 4. Well, I guess it'll transfer exactly 4. And so you use that to do some limiting on batch operations. I have rarely personally found that that was the thing that was limiting me. And then lastly, we're going to go... we need to stockpile this, because realistically, it doesn't matter about the tempered glass, and the only thing we do with these plates is make this, so there's no reason not to just convert it all directly into that. Yeah, and then we can just doot. Okay, lock this, and ender drawer on top, and then robot arm. Okay, so now that's set. And as soon as we get 9, we can go over and make our first industrial barrel. And the reason we're doing this so late is because it wasn't added to the pack until just recently. So I'm going to pause it for a second. I got to go take a look at some surely very important text messages, and I'll be back as soon as it's built up a bit of a stock. Okay, they were not important text messages. One was somebody complaining about work, and one was, oh, did I not? I didn't put any of this stuff in here. That's fine. Okay, so this is almost the industrial barrel. I think I've got some. I don't like that these change when you put them down, and like I thought that was the smooth stone. These look very similar to me. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is making seawater, so that when I break these guys apart, it's fine. This is interesting too. This actually has an internal buffer, the large barrel. All of the primitive machines seem to, so that you can use them even before you can make the input and output buses. Which, if you recall from 100 episodes ago, we didn't actually make the first ones of our... I don't think we did. We might have made like one, just as an example. But we bought all of our early input and output buses. Okay, so I should have the industrial... See, it'll be under eyes. Oh, maybe I didn't make the industrial barrel. No, I didn't make them. So I put them, sorry, in here. Nope. Okay. They are not crazy. They require the HV emitters and the Canthal springs. I think we must have made the No, we used the Canthal springs for something else. Okay, that's fine. As a side note, I do also have this guy running. Oops. It's finally getting to this iridium. I've got some red steel ingots. I'm gonna try to convert those barrels over there, the ones making the stones, into rock crushers, because yeah, they take power, but at the same token, we get the rock instead, and then we can use the rock for stuff instead of the pebbles. So we need Canthal, and Canthal is going to be over here because it requires. It's going to be over here. It's going to be over. Where? Okay. It should be the first one. Yeah. We're going to want 3, I think. Yeah. And then we can jump over here. Give it to a large mold. I do have the implosion compressor, and we need to make industrial TNT, which is not hard. So you and this, of course. This is a bad habit of mine. I don't put the molds away. And then we put it in the bender. All right. Give me a second. We're back to mowing again. So we have a few minutes, for about a few seconds. There'll be a lot of stops here. We're still using these emitters I made when I was making the ender fluid transporter covers. I checked, and they don't work in this pack yet. So that's non-ideal. But, you know, I don't know if they would be any better. But if I'm honest, they would make me pleased that they worked. But I wouldn't exactly be thrilled that we lose out on the ability to make interesting things. Okay. And we are still using the microprocessor assemblies that don't do anything, if that makes sense. And then we need 6 pumps. Oh yeah, and then the wires, 6 wires. Okay, and I looked, and what it turns out is that we need 4 buses, 5 hatches for what we want to do, and then we can... Do I have a crafting table? I do. Good. Okay, so we can make... We got all the stuff. Make 3 of these. Perfect. So we'll put it in here. Structure incomplete because it needs a... Oh, it's going to need energy. I'm looking to see if it needs a maintenance hatch. It doesn't need a maintenance hatch, which is good. But everything else should be right. Input bus, input hatch, energy hatch. Do I have any... What do you think we want to run this on? I think EV. Let's go do EV. And then we got to figure out where the energy is going to go. Oh wait, was that the right one? No, that's the right one. All right. So I've got somewhere in here. I've got, there we go. Eevee. All the other ones are so colorful, and that one's purple. It's still colorful, but it blends in with the gray a little bit more, I think. And then some Eevee energy hatches, which I don't have on me. So these ones here. Okay. What is it? Oh, that's the other industrial barrels. All right. So run over here. Yep. And I guess we will run. Honestly, power, I feel like, should just go along the back. And then we could put a couple more in here. And actually, we could probably run 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think it's finally over. We can do some recording now. Spent the last, 10 minutes just staring at that 59 in the top left corner. Oh, and now it's a 58. And then, this time it dropped to 57. Yeah. The mowing is a lot. Okay, so the first one we want is seawater. And for seawater, we need to put in water. And sand. Don't know why that's what we get, but that's what we want. Every time I think we're done, it drags me right back in again. Okay, so we need the input bus for sand. We need the input hatch for water. And we need an output hatch for seawater. In fact, we're going to grab this and say seawater. Go right there. It's funny, the first pass on the mower, it's really, really loud, and it doesn't get picked up at all by the noise gate. But then I guess, okay, now why does it like that? It turns out it's got this guy here, which I didn't recognize at first. It's the Biogear something, blah, blah. Oh, and then I took another look. It's the maintenance hatch. Okay, so we don't need the sterile one at all. I don't think any of these require the clean room. So we'll grab some of these. And actually, while I'm up here, let's go ahead and grab the sterile. Do I have any more? Oh, this one. We'll grab the clean stainless steel casing. I'll need to make some more of that. All right, let's give it one more try. So we're gonna hop over here, and we'll just pop this in, and hopefully it works. I like it up there. No. One of these is, there we go. All right, so finally, oh come on, let's try it one more time. You have to jump to get, there we go. Okay, structure is complete, needs maintenance. I'm okay with maintenance, although it's at 130 durability, so it's not like it's getting low, but it started off so high that it looks bad. Okay, from here we can turn this hatch around, because I'm going to go ahead and give it infinite water. Yes. And then we're actually going to steal this sand. Yeah, there's two modes, aqueous and magmatic. The magmatic one is just pebbles, I think. Yeah, it's all, well, or you can make lava out of it. But we've got infinite lava because we made that giant lava lake. So that's fine. And then I don't want to go down there and mess things up. So we'll do it right here, which means that should be over here. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of trying to have my cake and eat it too. That's what this comes down to. I think this could probably hold multiple The problem is that it no longer shows me the tooltips here, so I don't know how many of these are going to have. And it doesn't tell you how many are down here. So the only way to find, well, actually, we could find out just by going like this. And okay, so it'll take 2. I don't need it to take 2. That would in fact be probably kind of wasteful at this point. But yeah, you're fine. You don't have power yet, right? I did a while ago make a whole stack of flex points because, if you recall, I was out during the disastrous process. Let's put it right here, and then I'll have a little break in between them. So you can go there. This, nope. I don't know why I've got muscle memory of B to access inventory, but it is not going away at all. And then we are running out of enduring wires, but that's okay because I have a lot more tucked away in the wire mill. Alright, now you should be going, right? You are, and you're making seawater. And then if we come up here, you are a tank 2. Oh, and you're full anyway, so it didn't matter. Okay, this, however, would be a good place to do fluid transfer. I think. Let's go ahead and just break this. And break this. And let's go take a look and see where we're using this this fluid. The tank is right here. You can go there. You can go like that. And we'll have the output probably go straight up, because there's nothing above it that matters. Okay, that does mean that we can tear this all down. But I want to go take a quick look and see. I think seawater... What happens to seawater? It's happening over here, actually. It's the very first thing we put down, right? Nope. That's making sodium hydroxide. What is this? This is BB3. Where do you suppose I was doing... Are we doing anything with it? We might not be. Stage 0. So that's ethylene going in there. And making more polyvinyl ethylene. So I could take this down, because we've got all the ethylene we need. That was supposed to be ethylene? Yeah. Well, it's hydrochloric acid. Okay. Well, a lot of that can go down. I'll need to just warp it in. It's fine. It's fine. This can all be optimized as well. Gosh. I don't know where we're using it, so let's go ahead and leave it off for now. What do we do with seawater? We centrifuge it. Oh! Oh, I've got that going downstairs. I did move that. I don't know why I went this way. I went the long way. Centrifuges are this line here, right? Nope, that's mixers. Electrolyzers, rock crushers, the crushing down the rock crusher stuff. Oh no, this is my macerator line. I put a new macerator down, and I should have put it there instead. Oh well. Yeah, these ones. I had to make a new. This is doing clay dust, and this one's making stone dust because we're actually running out of stone dust between all of these multi-block autoclaves. Tumbaga, that's the one. Centrifuge. So this one makes crushed saltpeter. And that's BB3. Okay, if I come up right here... Oh, beautiful! That's so exciting. Okay, so that means that we can grab this modular router. We can put this in here. We'll go ahead and drop down... So this is an example here, right? Seawater 32. There's no seawater in there. Or, you know, it's not filling. And that's because this ender tank stopped working, and it stopped working a while ago. So I need to go back over to southwest and grab a fluid transfer. Just grab the whole stack, and a fluid module Mark II. 2 fluid module Mark IIs. Is that all we? You know what? We might even be able to do pipes. Should we do pipes? Let's look and get a little bit more exact. If I come down here, well, if I move this right here, and then I move that input hatch right here. That's actually kind of pretty close, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's actually, unless it's right under the black steel frame, I think that's okay. So let's tear this down. No. Let's deal with this water up here first. This water is just decorative. At the time, I thought I was being very classy, and now I don't feel so much like I was being classy. Yeah, and those aqueous accumulators are kind of a little bit outdated because they stopped for like 10 minutes and then they came back. Why? Those are polyethylene fluid pipes, which we aren't using anymore. This is going to eat into our inventory space. Yeah. So, just going to tear this whole thing down because we are making... I'm just now getting sand. Okay, great. And I don't actually think I can hold on to this treated wood. Because the thing that holds it is full. So we had 8 of these guys running at one point. And these are here because I was laying out spacing. Huh. Oh, right. I had to have that for lighting. Okay. So this is actually a little bittersweet. Nope. It's also funny when, like, random blocks won't let you... Alright, those can just go. Won't let you break them. Frame cubes are easy. We'll go ahead and toss those. I could hold on to them, but no. Okay, so let's see. We want it right. Oh, perfect. So let's go ahead and put a output hatch here. Like so. And this is coincidental, and I don't like doing things that are based on coincidence like that. But come on, it's so close. May as well. I did have to clear out some of my inventory. These aqueous accumulators, honestly, at this point could go, but I've got a spot for them, so I'll put them in there. I have huge steel pipes somewhere, don't I? Oh, there they are. They're supposed to be in there. Okay, so you can go there. Oh. What even? Okay, so we'll connect that. This is going to output straight down. And then let's go ahead and break this. And yeah, this is still not full. It's just the intertanks. I don't know. It could be a mod interaction. It could be we need the input hatch. It could be something to do with, and then Tumbaga. Could be a lot of things. All I'm getting at. And then we'll just set it to only go down. I don't know that it matters, but that's fine. And then, oh, that's why. I had 2 cobblestone in my inventory. I couldn't figure out why. Not that it needs to be cobblestone, but, you know, so be it. Okay, so you're good. I can finally put down... No! These frames. Come on now. That'll work. And then... I guess we move all this. Yeah, I don't need that. I can take you. And this is the only thing we do with the seawater. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take it and like put it right up there. And maybe it's backwards and upside down and everything. And maybe at some point it'll matter. But you know, for now, I think it's probably okay. And you know what? We'll go ahead and grab this like that. That's fine. Put you there. Output down. Yeah, I don't want to pick all that up in my inventory, so you can go right there. And I've already got that there, so this can just get broken. Okay. I need to go get some steel pipe casings. And where did the... Okay, so basically, I need to make some more clean stainless steel. This is actually taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. I thought I was basically already... Basically. I'm going to keep saying basically. I thought I was pretty much done, but it looks like I'm not. And I could actually share. No, if I did it right there, then the EV input hatches could be shared. But I'm not as big a fan of that as I used to be, again, because it's a little bit of a difficult situation to square away. Okay, so we've got that. Then in fact, let's go ahead and put both of those down. So industrial barrel there, and there. You go there. And am I not out of it, but getting there. So I'll make some of that, and then I'll be back in a moment. Finish this up. And that one is, I don't know. We're going to make witch water and soul sand out of them. Yeah. So I'll be back in just a moment. All right. We're at the right place. That's good. Why don't I have enough stainless or black steel rods or casings? That's concerning to me. 1, 2, 3, 4 tall. I don't know how I messed that up. So I need to go and get some more. Let's go double check what this looks like inside. These guys are on. Yeah, how am I down by 4? 2, 3, 4. And then these guys go in the corners. And like down. So I love the fact that you can reach 3 down, but only if you squat. 3, 4. And then what else do I need? I need to go get some more black steel. Where do I have black steel? I'm gonna be fussy. I think I've got it in here. No. What even? Do I have more black steel casings in here? Tungsten. Oh, you know what? I bet you I ran out of black steel, and that's what it was. Okay, so I'm gonna go cook some up. I've got it right here. And it just got to go in the... Oh, wait, no. Oh, I just remembered. I can't do that one. I'm so clever. It has to be vacuum frozen. So it's actually down here. Ahaha. Okay, so forget it. We're just making this many. And I can just pop over here, over here, and give it a little this action, and give it a little this action, and you've got those guys. This one needs to be a 4, and this one needs to be a 6, but I've got more stainless steel casing. I don't need it right now, but you know, nice to see that it... No. Oh, that almost went badly. I don't need frames. I don't need frames. I need. Oh, I'm glad I caught that at the last second. It wasn't gonna like make it go or anything. I just was about to hit the 6 and went, oh, wait a second. This isn't what I want. This is not how I want to live my life. Okay, so this guy goes away and gets replaced with the energy hatch. Same here. I wonder why that lighting changed down there. Okay. And then, do I have enough? I do. That is plenty. My goodness, did I do it again? I did. I have to go through every once in a while and clear out my backpack just because I keep accidentally tossing stuff in there. I think I'm tossing it in my inventory. Oh. That one. Okay. Yes. We're good. We're good. We're good. And I think all we need now is that glass that we have going over here somewhere. It's on the one that's only one tall. Yes, yes. 18. Oh man, this has been sitting in my inventory forever. I feel like as a thing that was waiting for us to get done. Formed, nice. Formed. Needs maintenance. It's fine. My hammer's about to break, though. Okay. I guess here. Let's do it this way. Output hatch. There you go. It doesn't matter, but that way I'm sure it's the right one. Okay, and we have basically saved our. Oh, this is faster than that is. Awesome. And yeah, we weren't getting any of this stuff for a while. And the reason we do this is because it gives us salt water, right? That's why we're doing this. Why do I need salt? Oh, because salt water is what makes us the sodium hydroxide. Pretty sure. Okay, so this one is going to get an input hatch. Let's do them all on the left. That's fine. It needs an input hatch, an input bus. The input bus is right here. And the input hatch is down here. And then it's going to need an output hatch. And how did I miscount? Oh, that's how. And this can go right here. And this one will actually well... Actually, we're going to be cheeky about this one too, because it's going to just go right across over to here. I could do it right in there, but I would like to actually be able to pipe it out. So it's going to go there, and we're going to snag this up here, and these are also going to get torn down. I just need the one, and I think it's water, right? I could use a ULV one for that. Barrel soaking. I don't want that. Composting. Transformation. Oh, this one. Okay, so I can make so you make the mycelium growths to make leather. So the mycelium growth gets smashed to make compressed mycelium, and then you can cure that. We never actually had to do that because we got the llamas. But the crimson spores, I don't know. Do you do anything with those? We'll find out at some other point. We'll have to make more of these if we do. And then here, yeah. So it's still just one mycelium spore. Not consumed, 0%. That's what I want to see. And water. So water. Cool. So one of you guys. Hatch right there. If I can turn you around. You need maintenance. And you are making witch water very fast. Good. And we will just pump you out into a super tank. And your output's going to be that way. And then we'll go across this way if we have to warp it out somewhere else. Cool. It is using an EV, but we're shortly going to have that be not an issue. Just look to see, is this backed up? No, it's just never going to back up. Cool. Good for you, buddy. Let's see, that's going to go here. And you're going to be the input hatch. It's all white blocks. And we'll go ahead and use the big pipes. I like using the big pipes. I don't know. Something about it seems more... Oh. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's do that. Do a little of that and a little of that. And I think this wants sand. So let's go ahead and put that last input bus right here. And I actually have the other sand from the previous setup right here. And at this point, it looks like maybe this is the best place to put the output. Okay, so clean stainless steel, there and there, made, and just making soil sand. Oh, in one tick. Oh, hey, it tells us performing 2 recipes in parallel. Nice. And I think... Nope, we can't use the parallel hatch. But that's cool. I didn't realize that that's... Okay, so it actually tells you that. Oh, and it's full. Okay, we have not had soil sand in a very long time. So I can set up... the reason we're doing this is because I want to be able to set up... we'll do it down. And we'll lock this, and we'll do... Ender drawer right there. With a robot arm. And come on, quick, screwdriver. Yep, okay, cool. So this is just gonna... It can't transfer out fast enough. That's awesome. Okay, let's try this with that. Is it not transferring in fast enough? It's transferring in. Is it the water? It's the water. Oh, that's going to be a problem because this is going to go for a really long time. So I might have to put a fluid regulator on there. Oh, man. Okay, so we finally have this all done. We have the laminated glass. The laminated glass is going to be important because, unbeknownst to me, the laminated glass is used for all the elite glassing machines. I don't know that we're going to need an elite canner, but if we want batteries, we are. So that's cool. I've got a bunch of other stuff, but we don't need the polyvinyl butyrol. We don't need the laminated glass or the liquid polyvinyl butyrol. We've got all this squared away. The MV tier circuits need IV set up, so that's going to have to be on hold for a minute. I don't need the IV power unit right now. And iridium dust, I think we're good on for a little bit. I do want to still make the elite circuit assembler. That's probably coming here soon. We're waiting on this guy, and I was going to do that today, but this has been bothering me in my inventory. And this was fun, so I'm okay with this being the plan. There are probably a few more. In fact, we can probably get rid of that. There are a few. None of these are interesting to me, but there are a few of these that are. Slime blocks, not so much. We got lots of slime. Red mushroom block, although, nah, it's fine. We don't need it. I don't think we need mud for anything. Definitely don't need mycelial growth. I don't think we need more mycelial spores, but I might make a couple of stacks of them just in case. Soil sand, we're making... Don't need that yet. Oh, we might make clay this way. Right now, I think we're making clay in barrel soaking. Or... Oh, I might have a barrel doing it. I don't know how I'm doing it. How am I doing it? I don't remember. But we might do it this way. This seems like a perfectly reasonable way. And what it means is that these hallmarks will go away. I'll have to... Oh, you know what? We can actually even bring that down. Maybe one of those is making clay? No, because that would be that. This is witch water. It's making... Slitake spores. So I might make those because that's how we get slime and slime balls. That's the easiest way, in my opinion. Much easier than what we were doing before. And then these were warping. Oh, that's where that's going to over there. I had looked for that before. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to tear all this down. And, well, I might leave that one because it's not hurting anything. Although it does need the wastewater. We'll see. But I'll do that in between. And then we'll start prepping for... Honestly, I think we need to go for the Elite Circuit Assembler here soon. Which means we're going to have to set up... if you recall. So to get the Quantum Star, we need to make Nether Stars. Which, man, I don't even know what that tells me. I'm sure there's something cool vanilla we can do with that. Like make beacons or something. So we need the Implosion Compressor, which means we need to make Industrial TNT. Yeah, because we're going to make the Impure Nether Stars. The Impure Nether Stars we get with different infused shards. So we're going to go through probably soon in the next couple of episodes and make Earth charges and liquid, you know, the 4 thermal charges and the 4 thermal liquids here. Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.